In this video tutorial, I'll be showing you how to create a very basic live navigation for your website, and based on this knowledge then you can replace that navigation, live navigation, with more advanced CSS and jQuery dynamic navigations. So this is the first video in a three-part series. The first thing that I want to show you, again, we're going to work off I just basically saved an HTML file and I've called it nav, and I'm going to be using a two-column div, and actually I'm going to base it on Araceli's website. So we're going to work on a two-column structure, but we're going to just have three active pages. So the very first part, I'll just show you a very basic navigation system, and then we can replace it with more advanced navigation systems and also add different image galleries to our web page. Again, as we review the structure of a web page, you see that again, this is the raw tags based on the information that we have on the page, which is at this point we don't have anything on the page. As you see the structure, we have the HTML, which basically is the main wrapper, and then we have all the tags. As we see, we have an opening tag, and each one needs to have also a closing tag. Then we also have our document title, which is very important to fill out, and usually we'd want to put the name of the business and whatever page you're on. So for this example would be the name of the restaurant, and if it's a home page, we'd want to say welcome to welcome to blah blah. So the head tag here, this is different from the header. So inside this particular head tag, basically if you have any interactivity with JavaScript or jQuery or links to our external CSS style sheet, it would go in here. All other information that is going to be visible to the user will go within the body tag. So for this exercise, I'm just going to sort of create, and we kind of talked about it briefly last week in terms of creating like a basic live navigation using lists. So in order to do that, I'm actually going to simply type in some textual information at this point. So based on my navigation. So I'm going to say home, news, contact, about, and contact. Actually, maybe home. We're going to make it 5 pages, but only 3 pages would need to be active. So we're probably going to be home. We just replace it. The order is kind of important. Home, about, news, maybe gallery, and contact. So now I have some text information that basically is not really doing anything here at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this, and I'm going to put it inside a div. So I'm going to choose insert div, and again, this is going to be a self-contained page. So later I'll grab the content of this page and I'll put it within my container div in the second part of the video. I'm going to go ahead and insert the div, and I'm going to call this nav and create a CSS rule. And for now, I'm just going to leave it at this document. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say OK. I'll just change the background to some other color and apply. Go ahead and say OK, and basically that's what I have here. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to actually add add a list tag to this navigation. So I'm going to move the text down, and literally I'll create, as you recall, to create a navigation list, we need to have an unordered list tag. So the code would be underscore UL closing tag, and then we're going to have a list, so bracket LI closing tag, and then we can put, since we're going to make it a link, we need to have a anchor tag or href tag. So the anchor tag is always green, and it starts with an A standing for anchor, and then we're just going to have an href tag. And in the past, Dreamweaver actually does all these things for us, but it's good to kind of have an idea of how the process works. And I'm going to put the code, and for now we're going to put a number sign here. This means it's kind of a fake tag, but eventually we're going to fill this out with the actual path, and I'll show you that in a minute. So I'm going to close this tag, and now we're going to put the name of our page, which is home, and I'm going to close that href tag, close the href tag, and also close the LI tag. And for this particular menu, we don't have any drop downs or anything. It's pretty basic. So that's an LI tag. So now I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it. Oops, make sure you close this one too. So the opening tag equal the link, close it, so forth. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to copy this based on my navigation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to copy that 5 times and change the title. So the other one was about. Then we had gallery. Then we had news. And then we had contact. Okay, very good.